Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 6. And today is the day where I have to prepare Ashworth for storage. I have to say goodbye to my dad and I have to fly home to earn enough money to do leg 2. So, shall we get on with preparing Ashworth for her long stay of about 5 weeks, and then we can get back out on the road. Anyway, cue the intro.
This adventure is supported by Ashworth Automotive in Weston-super-Mare, the #1 garage keeping you and Helmet Head on the road.
So the plan with Ashworth, of course, is to do everything like I'd do if I was about to go back on the road, like check the oil, kick the tyres, look for leaks. There's clearly going to be none of that already. The chain is looking a little bit loose, you can see down here, so that's going to be adjusted up, ready to go. The idea of it is I'm going to put it away, ready to go straight on the road, because when I fly back in about 6 weeks, I want to be able to jump straight on the bike, get an early flight, jump straight on the bike and start heading over the Pyrenees mountains. Of course, first things first is give it a good clean, get rid of all the road sort of grime on it, and then, of course, we'll load the panniers up with everything I need to store and pack away and lock away. But basically, just get it sorted like new, ready to take on the next leg of the adventure. So first things first, let's give it a clean.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer, yeah.
Well, I've cleaned my bike, and unfortunately there was not a peasant to do it for me, because my senior lord head has decided to give up peasants, part of something with getting older and saving costs. But basically what I need to now do is adjust the chain. Now, I brought some tools with me, so I'm going to try and do everything with what I've got, because if it doesn't work, then obviously I can borrow tools off a senior lord head. So next up is try to adjust the chain, and what I've got is 2 spanners to do it, so I'm going to have to do it as tight as F to be able to adjust it. So let's adjust the chain. Hopefully I can do it with the spanners. I've got a little toolkit to adjust the ends. Hopefully it's all going to work perfectly, because if it all works, then I know I'm set up for the next part of the trip. So this is almost the test side of things. I've not cleaned it as well as a peasant would do, I'm not going to lie, but it's still got some soap and some water on it. It's good. Right, 2 spanners I brought all the way from England. These are the right sizes. I did check before I left, but let's see if I can do it, because of course this was done up by Ashworth Automotive in a garage, properly torqued up to the right settings, so this might not work, but hopefully it will. Now, using my little toolkit I brought, I reckon that's the right size, if I can get it out. But basically, now we've got to do is turn these back, and there's these little markers here. But I'm going to try and count how many turns I do, but I will match up to the marker to make sure each side's clear. Just to bring the chain back, that will give it a take away a little bit of slack, because it is very loose. Right, let's get it done. Now all adjusted up, there's a little bit of play, what you want to have, bada boom, bada bing, change done. Right, let's do these nuts up as tight as I can, but easily be able to get them off again. Okay, with it cleaned, the chain's now adjusted, let's check the oil level. Let's see what this little 125 that's been pounded for absolute days is sitting at. Give it a sec, that level to come up a little bit more. That's sitting there, isn't it? It's sitting there perfect. Wow. Wow. And it's, you know what I mean, this is cold checking it as well and everything, and it's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. We can see that there's no leaks. I mean, it's been sat in, we would have seen anything coming down, especially noticed it when I cleaned it. All the tyre pressures are still good. There's its first leg check pretty much done. I'm glad I managed to use all of my own tools over there as well, and I've got my bag of stuff also over there. So everything needs to go back in and organised now and put sort of back in for like the long haul side of things. as much stuff as I can leave with the bike, because my plan, of course, is to be only able to take hand luggage on the plane. So I'm going to literally put my laptop, my cameras in my rucksack, my basic clothes, and leave everything here, like all my bike jacket, my heated gear stuff is all going to hopefully fit in the panniers of the bike. Then what I'll do is, obviously it's in my dad's garage this time, but I'm still going to leave a cover over it to keep the dust and stuff off of it, put a lock for it to keep it safe. But everything else other than my cameras and laptop and basic clothes are going to stay with the bike. And it is a test, because ideally I can fit it all in. When I come back, none of it would have gone funny or nothing will happen, and it'll all be good, because obviously the next leg I need to leave it in the next place, and so on and so on. I'm not out of breath from doing manual labour at all in any way. How could my dad give up his peasants? Really? Also, my dad's just given me this, bless him, and said it's to keep me safe on the road, and he got it recently when he went away, and he thought, I'm going to get this for you to keep me safe. It's something about a woman called Mary, and they symbolise something, but it's to warn off bad spirits. What else do people say? And all the goody-garlies. So I'm going to put this on the bike. That's really cool, just to add a little token from my dad. So my wife actually gave me the compass on my bike, and then my dad's now giving me this. So hopefully I might end up collecting stuff all the way around on the journey, and the bike is going to be full of cool protective trinkets, I don't know, stuff. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Anyway, should we put it on? I think for now we're just going to place my little protection just on here. I think for now we may find somewhere a little bit better for it, just to keep it safe, protected from all the goody-garlies. One quick thing before I forget, a quick spray. It's got quite a lot of lube on it. It feels greasy and protected, but just a little bit more quick spray just to keep it safe, because again it's going to sit there for 6 weeks. So a bit of old slip and it'll be good. Are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Is it light? It's like a GS, big BMW GS, but weighs quarter, probably less than quarter, so you'll be fine.
Well, how much is that in pounds and ounces or kilos?
Quarter.
Quarter of a kilo?
Yeah.
Bag of sweets?
Yeah, bag of sweets. So if you just tilt it up, my dad used to ride, so I know what he's doing. Just mind your leg on the old panniers when you're pushing it. And I'll spray it and we'll go. So ready, steady, go. Go, fast, fast, fast. Fast, go fast. Keep going. That's it. Faster. 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 That'll do. That's it. Well done. You can put it back, put it on a side stand. I'll sort it out. Top man, thank you. So I'm now just literally loading up the bike, and I'm pretty sure I've got everything I need in there, and I will go through all that setup in a second. But just before I do, I have to say some massive thank yous, because at no point on this trip was I expecting anyone to support me. That's my dad's coughing away in the background. I never thought anyone was going to support me, nowhere near as much people like this. PayPal link and people sending me money to keep me on the road is unbelievable, because I am trying to self-fund this as much as possible. And when I get home, I've got 4 flights to book. A flight back to France in 6 weeks, and then a flight from Portugal when I get to the end of the second leg, and then I need to book back to Portugal and back again for the third leg, so I can give dates so people can hire the bikes, etc. And I've got to find the money for the flights, if I'm all honest, and I was about to put them on my credit card while I go back to work and get paid. So I need to say thank you to these 3 people, because they're massively helping me with the flights and getting here and back. Honestly, it's humbling. I'm not asking for a penny, and people are just helping me out left, right and centre all over the world. And I knew people were going to help me out all over the world, but not like this. So thank you. So these are the 3 people that I need to say thank you to today. So I want to start off with Julie Fitchett, who gave me £10. That is going to go towards the flight to get here. Thank you so much. It's probably supposed to go towards a tank of fuel, but I'm here now and I need to get back. So thank you so much. And then a huge thank you to Robert Aitken, because he sent me 40 quid of his hard-earned money. And that might be, if I'm right, I might be able to get my flight back from Portugal for that. So like I said, part of France getting here is paid for, hopefully flight, and then getting back. And then I need to say a massive thank you to Lorenzo Lopez Santana. I hope I've got everyone's names right, because trust me, I've had to ask my dad 4 times so far. He's now having to answer the gate because he's got a peasant turned up. But he's had to ask him 4 times to make sure I say people's names right, because I'm so worried about getting them wrong. But thank you. He sent me 30 quid. So between both of them, that should get me back to France and back again from Portugal. So that's my first 2 flights, I hope, paid for, if I get them early enough and cheap enough. Let's go through my setup and how much stuff I'm leaving here. So obviously that's my survival packs. I think that's all still in the bottom of there. That's an empty bag just with leads and charging leads and stuff in, and deodorant and toothpaste, soap and etc. And here obviously is the one for my helmet. God, that's red hot in this sun. I need to change that to a white helmet really for the next leg, but I obviously have to set up a mic setup. So I might have to reach out to a few people because that is bad. That is like red hot. Waterproof's in there as well. A cap to keep the sun out of my eyes when I get into Spain and Portugal. And then over here, this has got my boots in, my heated Gerbin jacket in, my thermal socks are tucked in there as well. Obviously my tank bag, I've emptied all the batteries out. They're coming back with me. Obviously my first aid kit is staying here. Now all we need to do is close all this up, wheel it into the garage, cover it and lock it. And then that'll be the last time I see Ashworth for 6 weeks. You get attached, seriously attached. It's going to be really hard to leave the bike. I've even said to my dad, he's taking a mick out of me, I want to stay longer so I can go and do another leg because I don't want to leave it. Look, he takes a mick, but every time I leave on a flight, he walks away crying. He does. He doesn't do a celebration at all in any way. Right, let's wheel this into the garage, cover it up. Final goodbyes.
Think about me one more time before you go. Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. Already know what I'm going to say. I've been feeling this way for far too long.
That's actually a lot harder than it looks, knowing that you're leaving your pride and joy, Ashworth, alone for 6 weeks. But I need to get used to it, and this is my test to make sure that obviously everything that I've thought about and packed and stuff all just works. But that's a lot harder than it looks. Anyway, for me, it'll be about 5.5 weeks, like I said, to 6 weeks, and I'll be flying back. Hopefully for you, it's a matter of days or a week or so before I'm back filming the next one. But just thanks again for all the support. I can't wait. We're going to go across Spain. We're going to go along the north coast. I think it's something highway to do with the sea. I can't remember now. My brain's gone a bit emotional. And then we'll be going to Portugal to leave the bike at Pick My Monkey next. I think it's around, I reckon I'll be doing about another 1,000 kilometres because I need to go up and do the coast and back within about 5 days again. But either way, thank you. Can't wait. Leg 2 is coming next. Take care. Bye bye for now.